Hey folks, Sega Sonic fan here, and today I've taken apart the ADSM302 microscope, HDMI microscope, against my better judgment. Well, maybe it is part of my better judgment. I just got this thing recently, and I've already decided to tear it apart because that's what you got to do when you're a hacker. For anyone that's watches my videos regularly, you've noticed I've actually cleaned my workstation for a change. Yes, that was much needed. Badly needed. And anyway, I saw that no one had actually done this already, which is kind of shocking given how popular this thing has become. And why, aside from just learning about it and how it works and why it's cool, I will say first off that I'm very happy with this microscope. The build quality is just great. It's fantastic. I will say the plug on the very back here is not so hot, and so there was a complaint in one of the videos about that, which I totally understand. But aside from that, I'm very happy with this. If you're looking for something to do SMD soldering that's really decent quality, but not like you don't want to spend $400 or something like that. I mean, this is really just a fantastic piece of gear, especially for the price. I'm highly impressed with it. I've had it for about a week so far, so we'll see as time goes by. You can nitpick little things here and there, as people love to do with budget stuff from China. They love to nitpick to death, but I'm not one of those people. I'm really happy with it, and yeah. The one thing I was hoping, though, is to get some audio. So you can record stuff on the SD card. As you can see, there's an SD card in there, and that's great and all. But I would like to dictate my repairs while I record them so that I can continue uploading videos to YouTube without editing them. I don't like doing video editing. Sorry, folks. It takes a ton of time and it's really tedious. And I would rather just dictate the repairs that I do while I do them so that I can just throw this SD card in my laptop, upload the video, be done with it. And so yeah, I opened this up and it's surprisingly simple. Looks very decently decently made. And let's have a little look. Let's zoom in here. It's ironic that I wish I had the microscope to look at the microscope. But if you look over here, I think I found exactly what I'm looking for, which is this guy right over here. Very good chance that that is a condenser microphone input based on its location on the board. Some people might think, oh, it's a capacitor. And it's possible, but it seems unlikely to me. Especially because that's not a power input. That goes to the LCD. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the microphone. It's interesting that there's a battery plus and minus. So I guess this was actually designed at one point. This board, whatever it's for, it's not going to be just for this microscope. That much is highly likely. So that's why I figured I could get an audio hack going for this thing, because I figured they're repurposing something here, and I really, the odds of something designed to record onto an SD card and not record audio is pretty unlikely, right? So I'm going to try hooking up this condenser microphone I have from an old iRiver MP3 player and see what happens. You'll also notice here too that there is a spot for a speaker that's not being used. So they definitely at one point, I think even for this unit, decided to opt out for audio, but it was part of the decision-making process. It wasn't always going to be a silent machine. And so I believe it's possible that those are solder terminals for the speaker. But there is some stuff here that I don't know. I'm super curious what this pad would be for. If anybody has any ideas, I'd love to know. The pitch is far too big for like a flash memory or something like that, which is my first guess. But nah, it doesn't seem like that would be a flash memory footprint. But we can go further in this thing and see what we can pull out. Is this a clip-on kind or the solder-on kind? I think this is the clip-on kind. These kind of RF shielding things you see in a lot of phones nowadays. And this is hard to do one-handed, but I can definitely see clips on it. You can see them there too. And I don't want to risk anything because I just got this thing. I'm not trying to break it. Let's go ahead and take out the 4 screws on the corners first and see what that gets us. Again, I'm going to have to set this down. Doing this one-handed is going to be almost impossible. Let's see if I can set it down in a way that y'all can see, though. And yeah, I think it would be really cool if I could get audio input going and get a little information about the chipset for you all. Whoop. Isn't that an interesting interesting view there? I think I can do it one-handed if I kind of angle it this way so I can hold part of the unit with my other hand. Would love to have a nice tripod set up, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. Oh, there's actually a reset button. Interesting, recessed reset button that you can get to with a pin over here. That's pretty cool. My guess is that's going to be for the settings that are saved. If you ever need to reset the memory, this battery, very likely it's just going to be saving your different settings. So I got those 4 screws out, and I should take out the SD card, of course. That's always a easy thing to forget when you're taking stuff apart. All right, the SD card is a little tricky to get out, but whatever. It's not a big deal. And this should just come out real easy, and it does. All right, let's flip it over. Ah, okay, I got some cabling going on. That's obviously going to be for the microscope itself. Kind of an interesting connector hack going on there. But yeah, nothing too interesting so far. All the interesting stuff's going to be under this metal shielding. You got some power supply components here, pretty basic stuff. And we can look though and see what's going on with this, if this is in fact... Ah, okay. So if I just hooked up a microphone to there, nothing would probably... I doubt anything would happen, because unfortunately, there's no... This is going to be the preamp right here. And you'll see the BGA points. So yeah, very likely. And you can see the small traces. There's no way this is a capacitor. It's definitely going to be for a condenser microphone. And then these BGA traces are very likely for a preamp circuit. It's interesting that they included these two, I believe those are diodes, without the circuit, without the rest of the circuit. I almost wonder if maybe they produced a bunch of these, maybe halfway into production we're like, nope, we're not going to include sound, so don't include a speaker or whatever. You will see over here that they didn't really solder this super great. They went really light on the solder for these tabs here. I might try to correct that a little bit. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. This doesn't look bad at all. Looks pretty nice, actually. Let me turn on my light here. Did that help at all? No, not really getting good lighting from this phone these days. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. But yeah, let's see. I'm going to set down the phone and see if I can get off this RF shielding really quick. So bear with me. And yeah, let's see. But like I said, I'm trying to go real slow because I'm not trying to break my nice new microscope here. Okay, I got the one side off on the top. And let's see. All right, got one of them off, and now I'm going to go for the other one. Well, I guess I'll show you first. Here is the one on the top. NANYA NT5 blah blah blah. That's going to be the flash probably. Interesting though, this I was not expecting. That looks like the Anderson logo. Mr. Anderson. Sorry, I mean Andenstar or whatever, the company that makes this. And I was really thinking that they were going to repurpose something, but looks like they're at least talking to the manufacturer of the main IC, which is super surprising. So yeah, there's an Andenstar chip, at least labeled in there. And then most likely that's going to be the flash memory. Either RAM or flash memory. Camera's also not getting that too well. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's a little better at least. NT5C864M16FP-DH. Ring any bells, anybody? Got another part that's not placed here, but we don't know what that is. And yeah, since this is an and-star chip, there's really not much chance I'm going to be able to find information on the audio circuitry, which is a bummer. So yeah, my audio hack might not come to fruition here, but I'm going to take off the other RF shielding just to have a complete video for you. So I'm setting down the camera, as you can tell, it's black again. Very carefully pry this off. And you really want to make sure when you put this RF shielding heatsink stuff back that it's connected really well, connected properly. You got to go slow on these because it is working as a heat shield as well, or heat sink, and it's easy to snap it back on without the tabs on properly. Interesting. So the bottom actually has a lot less going on. There's just one chip there, one IC, and let's see if we can get a good angle on it. Bond. Okay, never heard of that brand. 25032JVS. 10 or 1Q? Can't quite read that. Maybe when I blow this up on a computer screen it'll be a little more legible than it is on my phone screen. Just trying to get a better view for all you people out there. That's a good shot. 25Q32JVS. Looks like IQ. Bond. Huh. And there you have it. That is the inside of this thing. So yeah, I wish I knew what part that was so that I could get audio going. The BGA pads there. I feel like it's pretty lost cause, and it kind of makes sense because when you get a video file on this thing, you actually don't hear like a hiss from no audio. But it would be nice, and there is a speaker for it, so they were definitely thinking about it. Interesting. Maybe the part that's missing there is the speaker amp. Let's see if we can get a good view of this part too, if there is markings that we can actually make out. That one's pretty hard to make out. Nope, can't really see it. Nope, it's like rubbed off, I think, or just not very legible from the manufacturer. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. This actually looks like it goes to the battery, at least power from the battery, so maybe that's something else. You got crystal oscillators, some power circuitry, got that little tiny guy. It's probably just generating the main clock pulse for the main IC there. But yeah, it's pretty basic. I mean, everything's integrated nowadays. A lot of stuff's integrated. So yeah, very impressed that that actually has their label on the chip. I wonder if they talked with the manufacturer and just talked them into putting that label there, or if they actually designed this chip themselves, because that's kind of amazing and very unexpected. Obviously, you can see there's an LED pads here. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that might be an activity LED for the SD card. That would be pretty cool. It's probably just a power LED, but which you don't really need because the screen is going to light up. And interesting, why does the battery plus have a SAT minus? Oh, that's got to be BAT minus, but like something weird. Huh. Anyway, feel free to comment, if you got like ideas on some of this stuff. I'm totally open to hearing it. You got 3 LEDs on the top, so that's cool. They're going to give you some indications. So I'm not sure what this one on the bottom's for. Could be for it's near the LCD connector, so could just be power for an LED backlight, for a more high-powered LED backlight, but they ended up not needing it with the LCD screen that they used. In fact, I'm gonna really go with that, because you can see this chip right here is driving this LED right here, and that's a pretty beefy chip. So if this was just an LED out for a signal path, you wouldn't have this driver chip here. So my guess is that's for some backlight option that they didn't end up using. And Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely pretty damn sure that's going to be the speaker terminals. I was thinking they'd be on both sides, but this was actually designed originally for mono. It's pretty clear. You only have one speaker cut out here. So I'm going to zoom out here, give you one last look at everything. And yeah, thanks for sticking it out with this shaky camera and my overall lo-fi videos here. But so far, no one's done this yet, so it's better than nothing. Am I right? Yeah, it says ADS on the board and everything. This is pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed, I gotta say. I do not regret spending the money on this. Um, so yeah. Anyway, if anybody has any idea how to get audio recorded while you're recording video, that would be sweet. Feel free to leave a comment. Check out my other videos. I got lots of stuff on repairs and hacks. I also have a website you can find in my bio where you can hire me if you want me to hire me to repair anything. I also design circuit boards, so, you know, something to keep in mind. And I don't care if you subscribe or anything like that, because I don't really care about Google and supporting them. They're an evil corporation, and I just make videos to help people, because I value people over profits. This is Sega Sonic Fan, signing out.